Hello again. Now, in September, the Transport Department, the Passenger Rail Agency, Prasa, the Housing Development Agency, and the City of Cape Town agreed to move the Siyahlala residents from the Central Railway line. The residents were promised to be relocated to Philippi by November, but the move is yet to take place. The city wants to revive its Central Railway line, which has not been operating since 2019 due to vandalism and cable theft. Now that the people living on the railway tracks have agreed to move, what has caused the delay? eNCA reporter Nobesuthu Hejana is following that story for us. He's joining us now live from our Cape Town studios for an update. Good afternoon, Nobesuthu. Welcome to today. So the City of Cape Town says it's still awaiting for proof of ownership from the Housing Development Agency in order to rebook the Section 68 application, something the HDA has not provided. Hence, its application has not been approved.
Certainly, Braden. So in September this year, you would remember that a lot of stakeholders, including the Transport Department, Prasa, HDA, as well as the City of Cape Town, they signed a legally binding document with the residents of Siyahlala in Langa that they'll be moved by November this year. So HDA had told us initially that they had secured a site in the Philippi Wedge near Mitchell's Plain where the people from Langa would be moved to. So the City of Cape Town in this matter was brought in to provide basic services, and now the City of Cape Town says the application that was brought by HDA through the Section 68, which is part of the bylaws of the housing plans and all of those things, was not approved after they had consulted the legal experts, because HDA could not provide a proof of ownership. Securing a land and having the proof of ownership are two different things. So the City of Cape Town says it simply can't provide basic services to the land that is not owned by HDA. But let's take a listen to Malusi Boy explaining.
As the city, we have signed an implementation protocol with HDA, Department of Transport nationally, Department of National Human Settlements, and also provincial human settlements. In that protocol, everything is defined in relation to our roles and responsibilities. And part of what is entailed in the responsibilities of national department, which is Department of Transport, and that of human settlements, including provincial government, is that they must raise funds for this particular relocation and the entire project. As the city, subsequent to them having raised those funds, will be in a position to utilize those funds to install basic services where it is required. The most unfortunate part is that we have been misled by national government to say that they have money for the relocation. They don't have money for the site that is in question, which is in Mitchell's Plain, and they purported to us to have bought the site, and of which is not the case. And also that they have the money for bulk infrastructure, which is more than 400 million rands that is required to make sure that that particular site has bulk sewer. That has not happened. What they've done, they've gone back to Joburg or Pretoria where they are, and nothing has happened.
Nothing has happened. Now, the leaders, the community leaders of Siyahlala, say that they've been left in the lurch. Nobesuthu?
Certainly. So when I spoke to the leaders this morning, they were telling me that they've been put in an awkward situation by this, as they had initially been told that it's the City of Cape Town that's delaying all of this, but now they have to go back to the residents to explain that that is not the case, and also they have not been informed properly by all these entities as to what's causing the delays. So the community leaders of Siyahlala informal settlement saying that they too don't know what's going on, because they were under the impression that by November they'll be moved to the site. But also HDA is saying that it has power of attorney over the land, so it does not need to provide a proof of ownership because it had secured the land. However, the city is saying that, we can't do that without proof. But let's take a listen to the bite from the Siyahlala informal settlement leader, just talking about how this situation has created mess for them, and now they're in a position where they can't even provide answers to the residents.
isiphatha kabuhlungu kakhulu, isiphatha kabuhlungu kakhulu kambe kwelicala lethu sizinkokheli, because abahlali yonke imibuzo bayibeka kuthi, futhi ithi bengathi sithi aba bantu bangenanyani, because into bayaziyo bona bazi kuhanjwa and babona uNovember ephilile nguDisemba ngoku. So imibuzo isahleli, and nathi ke senemibuzo sizibuza yona ba how come into yokuba kubethe uDisemba kodwa kwakuthenjiswe ngoNovember.
Leader of the community of Siyahlala there on that Cape Town Central Railway line, expressing their disappointment that they've not yet been relocated, and like it was promised that they'll be relocated in November.